to talk about using GPC sites to create your website and what I've done with it for student project use. This is a very quick and dirty look at what we're going to talk about with GPC sites. You'll be shocked at how fast it is. I'm going to put this up at the end, but I'm just going to use this sort of as my agenda. I'm going to talk about how to create your website blog, how to get information for both yourself and students by using student media spot documentation. And then I'm going to talk about, show you there's a quick PDF on how to create your own blog. So hopefully this will work okay. If not, at least just let me know and I can plug in some other things. I'm going to be using things that I have already set up on the desktop, so hopefully that will work. So first I'm going to start with where do you go? So where do you go? This is it. Sites, sites.gpc.edu. When you're pull that site up, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to log in. Now, before you do this, I just want you to see in general, you can see the site here. If you click at Sites at GPC, it's going to give you a listing of all the sites on there. You might actually be on there already. Somehow the system knows our email address or our username, and it assigns us a site. How to get a site, you don't have to do anything special anymore. You don't have to go through that at all. But I suggest you look at this video on your own time, and you can do that later. So the first thing you're going to do is hit Login. When you get to click on Login, you get the login screen. I have been in here, of course, so mine's already set up. You just use your GPC username and your password. And of course, because I'm in it all the time, I have it remember me. When you do that, it's going to log you in, and you will have a website already. That's as far as it is to do this. It's really easy. Now, mine's going to look a little bit different than yours because yours is not set up yet. But what you're going to see up here is where you see log out, of course. Then you're going to see the key with my site. Now, mine has all of these student sites here. And then there should be one you'll see that says GPC site. But we should have two of them there. And one will be probably your username, and it'll say blog. That can be changed to anything you want it to say. So what I'm going to show you is I've changed mine. So very quickly, I'll go to my site, and this is what you see in my site. All of you have permission to look at my site. I have it set up. If you look up here, and the username is sites.gpc.edu/bwallach2 and /. Yours will be the exact same thing. So, Luis, for like yours, it'd probably be LSCRANG and /. Those sort of things is what you'll see. What I've done is I used a look and feel that was available on here. Nothing special myself to do. I set this up for Faculty Development Day. I have a little thing here. Of course, I have a picture of myself with Henna from Abu Dhabi. For the Faculty Development Day, here's the presentation. Here was our presentation itself. And then I've got a couple different links here that you can also use for your own assignments. The resources for creating, you will see assigned media there, and I'll talk about that. And then you'll see student media project samples. I did a presentation with 2 other faculty members, and so we have all of our projects in here using the blogs and different media projects. So we used it for English 1101, English 2112, my ESL project, my freshman seminar project, and for a British Lit project. So there's lots of different things you can look at on my website here. So I'm going to switch back and forth between. If you have any questions, because I'm on a different screen looking, I might not see your questions, but you can type them in or try to raise your hand, and I'll get back to you on So once you've opened up your website and you've created it, you should see Hello World, and it doesn't say anything special. But one of the things, and I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint real quickly, you'll see the next thing I have here is Assigned Media. Assigned Media is a wonderful one-stop shop now that the Media Spot personnel created, and it has documents for both faculty and students on how to work in EduBlogs, is what it's called. And I've got the link here, but I also have it pulled up. And when you go to Assigned Media, this is what you see. Again, it's under sites at gpc.edu also, but I'll give you that link by itself. And I have it bookmarked on my computer, of course. What you'll see at their site is how to blog with EduBlogs. There's lots of different things. They have a Getting Started link here. They have also things like under faculty, documentation, and that will give you some of this information that we're talking about today and how to create your own blog. Here's some media project guides they've put together based on things some of us have done. If you want a consultation with someone, Melissa Spencer, you can put in a request and she can come work with you personally. If you want to do a training request, I always have her come and do the training with my class. So they have a private lesson because they're required to do a website for their final portfolio project. You can work on something customized, request iPads, and then About Us in the Media Spot. If you don't know, the Media Spot is a center within the open computer labs on campuses. So they have their own staff, their own equipment, and things like that. So here's video projects and lots of different things they've got, and they're updating this constantly. And what's nice about this website here is that it gives you a one-stop shop instead of you having to go numerous places around the college website to find this information. Also, because it's in this format in HTML, when they update it, you automatically have an update versus a document. So that was nice. There's graphics, photo projects, audio projects, interviews, podcasts, and then web-based projects, which is what I've got the page up right now, blogging with the EduBlog. When you go to the Getting Started, what you're going to see is, let me open up that document real quick. I think that's the long one. Blogging with EduBlog. When you click on that document, you're going to get to the 11-page paper on this PDF on how to create your blog. It goes through exactly what I just told you now, getting started. It goes through and shows you how to change things. And again, you can look at this at your leisure. I'm fairly technologically savvy, but this was very easy for me to do. So I feel like if it's easy for me to do, it's easy for anyone. You can go through and look at all of this link. Again, that was right on this Assigned Media page. Finding media online, Creative Commons media resources. They've got a lot of good info here. The other thing I have bookmarked for you guys is this document here was one that OIT did, Instructional Technology did in 2014. The Media Spot has changed it to the 11-page document, but this one is just got lots of information also. So it is available for your use also, and I can give you that link. So I guess at this point, I need to find out what it is that I might be able to answer some questions. I think I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint so I have that up, and you guys can ask me any questions. The other thing I have on here is that if you'd like to have the class training, Melissa Spencer is the one that I have. She always does my sessions, and her email is laura.spencer@gpc.edu. I did tell her I was going to advertise her services, so she does know that. So, in a nutshell, I think I've talked about maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Do you guys, what's the specific questions you have for me? If you want to type them, or I can turn the talk off and let you know. Okay, so the first question was, what kind of projects did the students do? Let me go back and open up my website again, and I'll show you. One of the things I had students do, now for this is for my freshman seminar, but you can do it for anything, really. I'll go to student media projects. I'm going to say for my freshman seminar, I've got a video essay I had students do. I taught a military section, a freshman seminar a year ago, and this was part of the military section. This was another video essay, and it's really sad that the student's boyfriend committed suicide, and so she wrote this essay and had video and pictures, and you know, which was great for her. Of course, I cried the whole way through it, but so this was a video essay. Here is the blog, the rubric I give them for grading their websites, and then I'll just give you an idea. These are 2 websites that I did, if hopefully my link works. And when you click on it, you'll get Michaela's webpage up. She also gave me permission to show her website. So one of the things in my freshman seminar they had to do was they had to turn in these 5 things to me, but they had to have them all on the website. So one of the things they had to do was, some of it was just typing and uploading a document. For example, Michaela's About Me, they have to have a resume on here and an autobiography. And then you can see she has more pictures of her and her family. Click here to read more about me. That's her autobiography. Want to see my resume? There's her resume. So both of those pieces were there. So those are typed documents that she uploaded. Another thing they had to do was to go into, I'll say, what's the code? They had to do a Holland code. All of these graphics are added by her. So one of the things is, part of the things come from their textbook. They had to scan them in, upload them, and then after they did this testing, they had to do a little write-up about what they found in their analysis. So I could see for your science project, I could see that they have up a table. They could upload, scan in a table that had all of the results from some testing. And then I had them actually write up that, like a lab report sort of thing, that it, for me, was different. And then so they had to have the document also. So they had to do both the document and the actual report itself. So that's one thing I did. We hit backspace again. I'm not sure if I go how far back I go, if I'll mess up. Another thing, let me look and see if you guys have any questions. Okay. So another thing was, for example, and I did this when I was at Clarkston, actually. For ESL, I had students do a video where, and then I've embedded the video here. They had to do a video group project of, if they were doing a video talking about, for a new student coming to GPC, giving them information. So I had 4 students, Sheila, David, Miss Ruck, and Rodrigo. They did this video together. They learned through the Media Spot how to work the cameras, how to use iMovie, and then they had to upload this into a web page and embed it, and that's it. So I'm in this, and this is my office in Clarkston, and they came to interview me. It's really funny, so you can watch that. But that was another project I did. As far as Other projects, over here. For example, they had different blogs in the English classes, and thinking here, if I did Christian blogs, sorry, I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so I'll do Daniel's blog, for example. And as you see, it's really pretty easy to move around. This was a different thing they had them do. They had to upload essays, editorials, vision board, all kinds, and then there's other links down here, the same thing that's up here. You know, it really depends on what. The first semester I did this, I did something very basic. I had them create their site and upload a couple things. And as I was learning it, that was easy enough for me. This is also something the students can really use later on. So that's what's nice about it. When you ask me, do I share the web links, what do you mean by that? Also, do you mean the web links I'm going to give you now, or do you mean the web links for some of these student projects? Oh, yes. For my PowerPoint, definitely. This has also been recorded, so I assume all of everything I've shown up on the my desktop will also be available on the recording. Pam can answer that, of course. But I can also just email it to you. That would be easier since it's just a couple of you anyway. I'll just email you and Louise those my little 2-page PowerPoint, and then you'll have that. So that's it in a nutshell, and that is a little bit longer than the 10 minutes, but I think it was about 15. So any other questions? If not, let me know. And I know both of you well enough that I know if you have any questions